Come on in, come on in. Good afternoon, everybody. Come on in, come on in. Come on in, and when you come in, please do me a favor. Thumbs up this video. Subscribe to the channel. And share me out. I just want to give a few people some time to come inside of this live before I get started. Right now, I'm sipping on some mint tea. My favorite type of tea, y'all. This is my absolute favorite type of tea. Anything minty. I love it. Thumbs up the live, guys. Thumbs up the live. Because today we are about to get into some things. Good afternoon, and good morning to those of you who are in another part of the world where it's morning time, but where I am, it is afternoon. So good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, because some people may catch this video in the evening. I don't know. So I want to make sure that I properly address everyone. Thumbs up the live, guys. Thumbs up the live. I see all you beautiful people in the chat. I see you, Shantae. I see you, Day Renee. I see you, Daryl. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Whenever it is that you are catching this video. Just a few more minutes and I'm going to get into it. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, everybody. Your favorite hair doctor is here to educate you today. We're going to be talking about one of my favorite topics, and that is alopecia. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. Those of you who aren't able to catch this video while I'm live, it is okay, because guess what? You can catch the video after I'm live. Anyway, so today I wanted to talk about alopecia. But before I get into alopecia, I do want to introduce myself to those of you that don't know who I am, and just give you a little bit of background information on what I do. So first of all, my name is Letitia Campbell, and I am a licensed cosmetologist, and I'm also a certified hair loss practitioner. I've been a licensed cosmetologist now for over 20 years, and I've been certified as a hair loss practitioner for about 5 years. It was during COVID that I took that certification, that class to be certified, sorry. And I've been on that journey ever since. So A few weeks ago, I did post a few videos here on my channel talking about alopecia and the different types of alopecia. A lot of people don't know exactly what alopecia is, or should I say, a lot of people have a misconception about alopecia. So I'm here today to just clear up some of those misconceptions that you have about alopecia and to just educate you a little bit more on the subject of alopecia. The last two videos that I did, I'm gonna pin those or link, put them in the description of this video. Once this live is over, I'll put the link to those two videos that I did on alopecia. The first video I did was on not alopecia, sorry, androgenetic alopecia, and then the second video I did, it was on alopecia areata. So just to give you a brief recap, I'm not going to go too far into those types of alopecia because I have two full videos on them, but I do want to give you guys a brief recap on those two videos. So androgenetic alopecia is one of the types of but first let me just say this. Alopecia, first of all, is hair loss. That is the definition of alopecia. It means hair loss. And within that, there are different types of alopecia. You have androgenetic alopecia, which is the type of alopecia that's commonly found in both men and women, and it can be hereditary. And then you have alopecia areata, which is a type of alopecia that is caused by some type of immune deficiency. It could be, for example, lupus. Lupus can cause alopecia areata. Now, today, I'm going to get into the other types of alopecia that I was supposed to do pre-recorded videos on that I never did. And a lot of my subscribers that have been here for a while, they already know how I feel about doing pre-recorded videos. I don't mind doing them, but they could be a bit time consuming. So that is the reason why I chose to go live today, just to share this information with you. This way I don't have to worry about editing a video and prolonging it being uploaded onto YouTube. Okay, so today we're going to get into um, three more types of alopecia. And those three types of alopecia is going to be cicatricial alopecia, also known as scarring alopecia, uh, traction alopecia, and alopecia totalis, and universalis. So I said three, but I meant to say four. So it's going to be four more types of alopecia that I'm going to get into today. And if you guys have any questions while I'm live on here, feel free to drop your question, even a comment, an experience that you may have had with alopecia, or someone that you may know that have had some type of experience with alopecia. Drop it in the comment section below this video, and I will be more than glad to answer any questions in this video or in another video. Um, I'm also going to show you guys, as a matter of fact, let me make sure I have it handy. Give me 1 second. 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. I want to make sure that I have the products handy that I wanted to show you all that I use for my clients who suffer from alopecia. And I actually do. I do have them handy, so I'm not going to get into the products right now. I just want to talk to you all about the last four types of alopecia that I didn't get a chance to discuss in a pre-recorded video. So the first type of alopecia that I want to talk about is one that most of us know about, and that is traction alopecia. So traction alopecia is caused by braids, weaves, ponytails, anything that is going to cause some type of traction or tension on your hair. And the traction alopecia is more commonly found in African American women. Um, it starts out, as the hair being pulled really tightly from the different types of styles, as I mentioned, which is braids, weaves, or ponytails. And it's normally found around the hairline. It's normally found around our hairline where the tension is coming from those types of hairstyles that I just mentioned. Um, so yeah, so traction alopecia, that's one of the most common ones. A lot of clients that suffer from traction alopecia, it takes them years sometimes to grow back hair. And I attribute that to the fact that you figure when someone has any form of alopecia, but traction is what we're speaking about specifically. But when you have any form of alopecia, it's not something that just happened in an instant or like overnight, you know. But a lot of times with traction alopecia, it can be something that happens in an instant, depending on how tight that braid was, or that ponytail, or that weave. It just depends on how tight it actually was on your hair, how much pulling it was doing on your hair. In some cases, you will have a situation where as soon as you take that braid out or those braids out, you'll see the hair loss. So you can't expect for your hair to grow back in an instant when you start treatment, because it think about the fact that your hair follicle is deeply rooted into your scalp, right? And you had this hairstyle that caused so much tension that it caused a bald spot on your head. So, first of all, it takes about a month for hair to even grow, right? And when within that month's time, you're only going to grow about a half an inch of hair within that month. So your hair follicle was kind of damaged, or it was tampered with, I should say, because of the pulling from the traction of that braid, that ponytail, or that weave. So, with that being said, in a situation like that, or any of these situations, you're not going to overnight just magically see hair growth. It's going to take some time. So that's traction alopecia. The next type of alopecia I'm going to get into, I need to put my glasses on because I'm going to read to you guys the technical terms for these next types of alopecia that I'm going to be talking about. So the next type of alopecia is called alopecia totalis. So alopecia totalis is a skin condition, again, that causes hair loss. It isn't the same as a localized alopecia areata, but it falls into the category of alopecia areata, which is the type of alopecia that I did a video on. Make sure you guys go check that video out. I'm gonna put it inside the description below this video so that you guys can check that video out. But alopecia totalis is a localized alopecia areata. It causes round patches of hair loss on the scalp, but alopecia totalis causes complete baldness on the scalp. So, with alopecia areata, you'll have like patches of baldness. The difference is with alopecia totalis, you'll have complete baldness. Okay. Alopecia totalis is different from the is different from the most is different from the most severe form of alopecia areata, known as alopecia universalis, which I'm going to get into now. So I just went over alopecia totalis. Now I am segueing into alopecia universalis. This form of alopecia causes complete hair loss on the entire back body. So totalis, alopecia totalis is hair loss on the scalp, right? But alopecia universalis is hair loss on your entire body. Okay. So those are the two different types of alopecia. So, what are the symptoms? What are the symptoms? Let's get into what are the symptoms. The primary symptoms of alopecia totalis is complete loss of head hair. This form of alopecia begins as alopecia areata. It starts off, like I said, as small patches, and these patches, sorry, these patches spread over time until the entire head is bald. So that is your alopecia totalis. What are the causes? Let's talk about the causes. Um, so it says here researchers and doctors aren't yet able to pinpoint the exact cause of alopecia totalis, though it's understood that the condition is a result of an immune system problem. Your immune system of your body's defense mechanisms that protect you from illness. But sometimes the immune system attacks healthy tissue. So these different types of um, immune system problems, what it does is it attacks the hair follicle. Once that hair follicle is attacked, then you will experience some form of hair loss. And in this case, it's going to be the alopecia areata, which later on turns into alopecia totalis. Now, I'm going to go into more details about alopecia universalis, which is the type of alopecia that causes hair loss on the entire body. So, alopecia universalis, also known as alopecia areata universalis, is a medical condition involving loss of body hair, including the eyebrows, eyelashes, chest hair, armpit hair, and pubic hair. This is the most severe form of alopecia areata. People with this condition are usually healthy and have no other symptoms and a normal life expectancy. So, what are some of the causes? So, alopecia universalis can occur at any age and is currently believed to be an autoimmune disorder in which the person's immune system again attacks the hair follicles. So, in a nutshell, alopecia areata is caused by an autoimmune disease. However, having alopecia areata can turn into alopecia totalis or alopecia universalis. Alopecia totalis is total hair loss on your head, and alopecia universalis is total hair loss on your entire body. So there's that. So I already went over traction alopecia. I went over um, alopecia universalis and alopecia totalis. So now the next type of alopecia I'm going to talk about is alopecia um, cicatricial. It's called cicatricial alopecia. Cicatricial alopecia, also known as scarring alopecia. What is cicatricial alopecia? Now, before I get into scarring alopecia, also known as cicatricial alopecia, this is the only type of hair loss that you will not see any regrowth of hair. You will not see any regrowth of hair. So, with that being said, cicatricial alopecia, also known as scarring alopecia, is hair loss caused by hair follicle destruction. This means that the hair follicle is destroyed. There is absolutely no hair loss that can occur because the hair follicle is destroyed. It's usually the result of inflammation or autoimmune disorders. Sometimes it's due to skin injuries, burns, or certain medical treatments. Scarring alopecia causes permanent hair loss because hair can't regrow after the follicle is destroyed. Now, like I said, once the hair follicle is destroyed, there's no possible chance of regrowing hair. Let that sink in. The other types of alopecia that I talked about in this video, there is a possibility to regrow hair. However, just to be clear, this regrowth of hair, like I explained in earlier in this video, it won't happen overnight. Think about the fact that the hair was lost in the first place, or how the hair was lost in the first place. This process of losing hair did not happen overnight. So it's impossible for you to see regrowth overnight. Shantae says, how long will regrowth take? Um, Shantae, that is a case by case scenario. There's a lot of factors involved that will determine how long their regrowth will take. The normal growth of hair, the normal process of hair growing takes about 1 month. But that's in a situation where you have a healthy follicle that has not been attacked, destroyed. Well, in this case of regrowth, we're not even going to speak about destroyed because once the hair follicle is destroyed, there's no chances of regrowth. But if your hair follicle is still healthy and the dermal papilla, which is a part below a part of the hair structure below the hair follicle is still producing the oxygen, blood supply, and the nutrients that it takes for hair to grow. If all of those things are intact, um, the normal process or the normal time for hair growth is 1 month. Hair grows in a normal, healthy follicle a half an inch per month. Now, in a situation where a person is experiencing any form of alopecia outside of cicatricial alopecia, also known as scarring alopecia, um, it just depends on a number of things. I can't say exactly how long it takes for the hair to grow back. I have a client that I started to see regrowth of hair within 5 weeks after I did the treatments that I'm going to show you guys in a second, on his hair. Um, Now, don't get me wrong, it wasn't a situation where it was like a bush of hair growing in those areas, but I did start to see some regrowth in his hair within a 5-week time span. And this was um, as a result of me giving these treatments to him every single week for 5 weeks. So there's a number of factors involved in your hair growing back after it's been affected by alopecia or the different types of alopecia that I named outside of the scarring alopecia. So, for one thing, what type of treatment are you getting to help your hair to grow back? The another thing is, are you taking your vitamins? Are you eating getting a diet full of green leafy foods? Are you drinking plenty of water? Are you getting the all the nutrients that you need in order to get your body to be adjusted to help your hair to grow? Because hair growth doesn't start with topical products. Hair growth begins from the inside, and that has a lot to do with what we're putting inside of our bodies, right? In order for our hair to grow, the dermal papilla, which is at the base of our hair follicle, it has to get the nutrients that it needs in order for hair to actually grow. There's a whole lot of other factors involved as well. Um, Again, diet, water intake, exercise, stress. Are you mentally okay or healthy? These are all things that contribute to hair loss as well. So, um, before I get into the products, let me give you an overview. I'm going to read some of the information that's giving like an overview of scarring alopecia. So it says here, what is scarring alopecia? Scarring alopecia is also known as cicatricial alopecia. It is a type of hair loss caused by the destruction of the hair follicle shafts on the surface of your skin that hair grows through. It's usually the result of infections, chemicals, burns, or autoimmune disorders. So, chemicals such as hair color, relaxers, different things that we put in our hair can cause scarring alopecia. The scarring alopecia is usually, um, the visibility of scarring alopecia is usually where the skin looks really shiny and bald. If it's smooth and shiny, that is a sign of the scarring alopecia, also known as cicatricial alopecia. So it says hair loss due to scarring alopecia can be permanent because your hair can't grow back without healthy hair follicles. I want to also show you guys, I want to show you guys something. I'm going to show you how I should have had this prepared before I came on here. Okay. I want to show you all what a scalp looks like underneath a microscope. Okay. I have these pictures saved in my, hold on, let me plug my charger up. Charge my iPad up. Oh no, it's at 81%. I don't need to charge it. I thought it was lower than this. So I'm gonna show you guys, I'm share this with you guys really quick. And I'm gonna go over, like I said, I'm gonna talk about these products that I have, and I do have them for sale if you guys want to purchase these products. What you need to know too is that these products that I use for my clients that suffer from hair loss, they're not only for people that's dealing with hair loss. You can use these products as a preventative measure as well. Let's see. Wi-Fi. Okay. Um, mm, okay. So, so the pictures I'm getting ready to show you all are pictures of a client's scalp, and I'm gonna explain to you what you're looking at on the screen too. So, this is one section of my client's scalp. You see where right here, where you see that opening, that is the follicle, right? And as you can see, where the black areas are coming out of the follicle, that is the client's hair, right? The red areas is inflammation on the scalp. All of this white that's on the screen, that is the buildup of sebum. Sebum is the natural oils that our scalp produce. So you can see here, here's another picture, right? All of the black areas is the strands of hair that's coming out of the hair follicle. Here's another picture and one more. So the areas where you see the inflammation, that is where my client is suffering with hair loss. Those areas where it's inflamed. Um, okay. I don't have any pictures of a client scalp that has cicatricial alopecia. When I do get that, I'm gonna come back and share with you guys what that looked like as well. I'll show you what the actual skin looks like, and I also want to show you what it looks like under a microscope so you can see the difference between someone who still has a healthy hair follicle versus someone who has a damaged hair follicle. Mm, okay. Um, what does scarring alopecia look like? I just went over what scarring alopecia look like, but I'm going to read to you what it says here. It says scarring alopecia usually appears as a bald patch where there's typically hair. There might be one bald area or several. The skin where the hair used to be tends to look smooth and shiny. Scarring alopecia can look different on different people. Sometimes people have redness, flaky skin, or blisters. So, what's the difference between scarring alopecia and non scarring alopecia? Scarring alopecia is permanent hair loss due to the hair follicle destruction, and non scarring alopecia, hair may fall out or get thinner, but the hair follicle isn't destroyed. So, non scarring alopecia may be temporary and you can sometimes grow back. Um, and it can sometimes grow back. Alopecia, androgenetic alopecia, also called female pattern and male pattern baldness, is the most common type of non scarring alopecia. So when you see a person that's losing hair and um, the hair start to grow back, the regrowth is going to come in like little peach fuzz hair. Okay. That peach fuzz hair is, hold on a second. Give me 1 second, guys. Terminal. Okay. So that peach fuzz hair, I just wanted to make sure that I say the right thing. So there's two types of looking hair. You have terminal hairs or you have vellus hairs. The terminal hairs is long, thick hair, and vellus hairs is hair that looks very short, fine, and thin. So most of the time when hair starts to grow back in those situations where you have the non-scarring alopecia, it will come back like as peach fuzz, also known as vellus hair. Okay. Um, so there's different types of scarring alopecia. You have primary scarring alopecia due to inflammatory or autoimmune disorders that directly targets and destroys your hair follicle. And then you have secondary alopecia, scarring alopecia, sorry. This is a side effect of injury or damage to your skin. Hair loss might result from burns, infections, radiations, or tumors. So now I'm going to get into these products. So again, when I started this video out, I was talking about how I became a hair loss practitioner back in 2020. It was in August of 2020. I took an online class with this school called USTI. It stands for the uh, University Trichology Institute. University. I don't remember the name of it, but it was a trichology school, and I took their hair loss practitioner course, and that is where I get my products from. These products that I'm about to share with you is these products you cannot find online. You cannot purchase them yourself. If you want these products, you have to get them through me. Um, don't try to go on Amazon and find them. Don't try to Google it and find it. You won't be able to find it. If you do find these products, it's not real. Okay, it's imitation. So, first of all, remember I showed you guys, I'm going to show you once more. Let me show you this one more time. I showed you guys this picture of my client's hair under the microscope, right? And I told you that the white areas on this client's scalp is a buildup of sebum. So let me first explain to you, excuse me. Let me first explain to you what happens when you have a buildup of sebum on your scalp. So when you have a buildup of sebum on the scalp, what it does is it blocks the hair follicles from hair being able to grow through. Okay. What it also, and in turn, not in turn, but what it also does is because that hair follicle is being blocked from hair growing through, that hair follicle is also being blocked from products that can regrow hair, being able to get into the hair follicle down to the dermal papilla where hair growth starts. It's blocking those products from getting down in there to help that hair to grow. So, this product is by XTC. It's called XTC. It's by XTC. The company is called XTC. It's called Scalp Prep. And the Scalp Prep, what it does is, I'm going to read it from the bottle. I can tell you what it does without reading it, but I want to read exactly what it does from the bottle for you guys. Um, it dissolves the scalp sebum buildup, number one. It also helps aid in the penetration of hair loss products, and it provides a high concentration of strengthening vitamins. And last but not least, it soothes dry, irritated scalp. So, this is the product that I use on my clients before I start trying to use products that is going to aid in the penetration or products that's going to help regrow hair. This product is very, very important. I do offer this service, um, and the service in my on my online booking, it's called Hair Loss Prevention. That is the name of this service that I provide. Um, so this scalp prep, I use it on myself. I even use it on clients, like I said, that's not suffering from hair loss. You don't have to be suffering from hair loss in order to use this product. Okay. So, scalp prep. The next product that I use is called BioCure shampoo. This is a shampoo. So, this shampoo, it has DHT inhibitors. Let me explain to you what DHT is. Oh, what's going on? Hold on, y'all. Um, DHT stands for dihydrotestosterone. Give me one second, y'all. Okay, so like I was saying, DHT stands for dihydrotestosterone. So dihydrotestosterone is something that is produced in our hair follicle, in the hair follicle. And what it does is it blocks the androgen receptors that are on our hair follicle. I need to draw this out for y'all. Let me draw this out for y'all so y'all can get a visual of what I'm talking about. So you have your hair follicle. And forgive my drawing is not the best, but I'm going to do my best to um, draw this as best as I can. Um, this is the hair follicle, right? DHT. So then you have your dermal papilla down here. So, so forgive my drawing. Can y'all see that? So this is the hair follicle, right? I should have did this in like a marker or something. I hope y'all can see this. It might be kind of hard for you to see it, but that's the hair follicle. Down at the base of your hair follicle, you have the dermal papilla, right? So now you have this DHT, the dihydrotestosterone. And I'll get into DHT on another video. That's a whole nother video. So the DHT, they come in right at the bottom. You have your androgen receptors at the base of the hair follicle, right? The DHT is right here. And what they do is they come in and they block those androgen receptors. And when they block those androgen receptors, what's happening is it's not allowing for the dermal papilla to pass through the oxygen, blood supply, and nutrients that that hair needs in order for it to grow. So this BioCure shampoo, it has DHT inhibitors in it, which means that this has a substance. The inhibitors is a substance that um, reduces the activity of the DHT. Understand? So um, the first thing I do, like I said, is I use this scalp prep on my clients. Most of the clients that I use these products on, they are suffering with hair loss. But again, you don't have to be suffering with hair loss in order to use these products. You do not have to be suffering with hair loss in order to use these products. These products can be used as a preventative measure as well. So the BioCure shampoo, it has DHT inhibitors in it. It's free of sulfates. Um, it includes 11 DHT inhibitors to help reduce hair from thinning, and it restores the appearance of stronger, healthier, fuller looking hair. So those are my two main products that I like to use on my clients who is suffering with hair loss. And again, um, those clients that want to prevent hair loss as well. XTC has an array of products that can be used if you are suffering with hair loss. Um, and that could be that'll be another video as well. I can just go down the list of products that they have, excuse me, and treatments that I can provide for my clients who have hair loss issues. Now, the more intense the product is, the more expensive the treatment will get because those type of treatments become more aggressive. So usually when I start out doing this service, which is the hair loss prevention service, I like to start out slow just so that I could see a transition slowly. I don't, what am I trying to say? The main purpose of using this scalp prep and doing this step before I take a more aggressive approach is for me to get that scalp healthy and clean. So a lot of people, mainly people like us or myself or most of you that's watching this video in the African American community, we don't shampoo our hair on a regular basis. And as a result, we will suffer from the buildup of sebum on our scalp more so than other races. Now, I'm not saying that they don't have it because everybody's hair structure is the same. Biochemically, our hair is the same. That is the only thing that makes our hair the same. When I say biochemically, I'm talking about the structure of our hair. We all have a hair shaft. We all have a hair follicle. We all have a dermal papilla. We all have a rectopili muscle. We all have sebaceous glands. Like all these things, we all have alike. Okay. So with that being said, as I said before, I'm not saying that other races that shampoo their hair more frequently don't have that issue, which is a buildup of sebum on their scalp, because they do. All I'm saying is that we may have it to build up a little bit more because we don't shampoo our hair regularly. So because we don't shampoo our hair regularly, the scalp prep is what's needed just to dissolve that sebum as much as it can be dissolved. Shampooing is can do but so much. It can do but so much. So, do y'all have any questions? I think I covered everything I needed to cover. This tea is so good. So that's going to be it for this video. I think I covered just about everything that I could think of in terms of alopecia. Um, I do plan on doing some free Zoom meetings for people who want to come on, and those people who actually have hair loss issues and they want to get a little bit more personal with me, we can do that. Um, I'm going to create that meeting very soon. I'm not sure when I'm gonna have those meetings, but I definitely want to get that out there to everyone. And like I said, that way that meeting will be a little more personal, and people will feel more comfortable asking me questions. And if they even want to go as far as showing me their hair loss and over the camera, whatever, and we can go from there. But if you guys want to purchase this product, hit me up on my Instagram. My Instagram is hair with flair, and I can get this product over to you. If you want to get the service using these products to either help to prevent hair loss, or if you are suffering with any of the hair losses that I spoke about in this video outside of cicatricial alopecia, we can get you started on some treatments. I do offer treatments where you can do like get on like a payment plan for as little as 3 months at a time, or even 6 months. It could be in increments of 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, however you want to do it. And if you decide that you want to do that, it is offered at a discounted rate. But if you don't do it at, where you doing it like on a monthly payment plan or something like that, then you would just pay as you go. So if you want to get the service, you can go to my Instagram. My Instagram is hair with flair. That is forgot for a second. HAIRWITFLAIR. Just click the link in my bio if you want to book an appointment. Now, let me put this disclaimer out there for those of you that want to book an appointment. If you're not in New York City, DM me first so that I could make the appointment for you personally, or I could make arrangements for you to book the appointment on a specified date, only because the link that's used to book the appointments, it's mainly for my New York clients, and I don't want people, I keep the books closed outside of the dates that I'm going to be in New York. The dates that I'm not going to be in New York, if you are in the Charlotte, Rock Hill, um, Greenville, Greensboro, Winston-Salem, anywhere in the Carolinas, if you want to come to Charlotte, the Charlotte area, and have the service done, You have to DM me so that we can make sure the date that you want is available for the service. And I can go ahead and open up the book for that date so that you can schedule the appointment for that date. I don't want you to, if you're not in New York City, to book an appointment on your own because the dates that's available, again, those dates are for my New York City clients. Um, so, with that being said, I hope that this video was helpful. Leave me a comment in the comment section below with any questions you may have, any comments you may have, suggestions for another video, whatever the case may be. And we could chop it up in the comment section, or I can make another video based on your comment, question, or concern. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, share it out, and subscribe to the channel. You doing those things is going to help my video and my channel grow, and that way I can make me some more money off this channel. I mean, because your girl, I'm doing this for informational purposes, but I would like to see some revenue come from it as well. So you sharing it out and putting the thumbs up and doing a comment and all that kind of stuff is going to help with the algorithm. It helps YouTube share this video out to other people. So if you can do that for me, that would be greatly appreciated. With that being said, until next time, guys, remember, hair is your glory. Peace.